気にさせちまったな。
Welcome everybody to another Grand Summoners unit to review, featuring today Summer Celia, and we are gonna go over her kit, and of course, as you see from the tabs from above, equipment that I recommend. Of course, with all of these and every single one of these, if it's not pertaining to the main game and not limited stuff. Though in this case, the summer units, I would try to use put in some summer equips. But of course, for these summer equips that I've seen lately, they do switch it around every now and then. So it's not a guarantee that they will get them from the equipment, summer equipment banner. So we're just gonna stick to the main game equips. So enough dawdling around, let's get into Summer Celia. Summer Celia, she is a dark human. Okay, dark human. Okay. HP probably around like 10,000-ish. Attack around 3,000-ish, defense around 3,000-ish. Her slots are a 5-star slot, physical, 5-star heal, and then a 4-star support, secondary, 4-star defense. Now if we go to her true weapon, it is a physical. Thus, this spot will probably be taken. If we check over here, her true equip is Celia's Rosy Parasol. The skill is for 45-second cool time, 8,000 dark physical damage. For 12 seconds, reduce enemies' dark resistance by 40%, and if the user is dark, for 12 seconds, increase own accuracy by 30%. As a usable item, this is pretty good. If it's not Celia herself, whatever. When equipped to Summer Celia, increase own arts by 3 per second infinitely, and damage by 30%. Okay, and then additional attack, so increase own damage against enemies and break. I don't know why that specifically. But mainly here, 3 arts per second, art gen for herself, and giving herself 30% more damage. Now, because of that, she does give herself arts and stuff. We're not pertaining to nukes. So, this slot's gonna be taken up. This slot right here, throughout all these tabs. So this is not gonna be featured anywhere. We're only gonna do these 3. Now, her skills and stuff, no real break power. Okay, she's not a breaker. From now on, we're gonna go from passives then to skills and whatnot. Her passive: increased own crit rate by 100%. And super crit rate by 30% against enemies affected by status ailment or elements. And this does not stack with any others. Increase own burn and blind resistance by 70%. Okay, those are odd, but okay. Affected by status ailments. That might be a problem. I hope she's not into that part. Skill is for 10-second cooldown, 3,000% dark physical damage. For 8 seconds, increase on accuracy by 20%. Okay, just a little niche thing. Art is increase all allies' arts by 30. And for 30 seconds, everyone gets a damage barrier for 6,000. Negate up to 6,000 damage. No, there is no damage reduction behind that. But there is, she's not doing damage either. Anyways, True Arts, 50,000 physical dark damage, increases all allies' arts by 50, so type 0. For 25 seconds, reduce Earth's damages by 7%. Not Earth, just enemies' damages of 65%. I can see her being nuke support. Yeah, I see it very clearly. I see it very well. Nuke support, yeah. For her super arts is 150,000 physical, no, magic dark damage. She's doing both physical and magic. Okay, so she can be used in certain area and viable areas, you know. Not only limited to physical, but also magic, but mostly magic in the sense because it's a super art. Ooh, 100% chance to inflict burn and blind for 30 seconds. Also for 30 seconds, heal all allies HP by 1,000 per second and dark allies by an additional 1,000. What? Now, if you do not know the base game of these units, we don't actually have a decent healer for dark units. They're mainly nukers and life stealers. I don't know about collabs. Of course, we're kicking out all collabs. Celia is by far one of the most... She's healing so much. It's actually insane. This is 30,000 hit points. 60,000 hit points for dark units. Not only dark units have the... Not only that now in the game we have like an insane healer. Dark units, people that are using going through dark, not dark, I think it's light trials. Or was it dark trials? I think dark trials, yeah, dark trials because you use the dark units. They have one of the most broken mono team unit support healer units that they could have. They have a genuine healer. No percentages, no like 1% per second type heal. So that was pretty nice. Also the ability to inflict either burn or blind. So she's able to be a DPS, a nuke supporter, and a healer, a full a sustain healer, or sustain support because of her art as well. Now because she doesn't have damage reduction, she is gonna be a bit finicky with her arts. But she is giving out a lot of arts in the process. She's doing really well. This is really good. The healing? I mean, yeah, if you get hit hard enough, you won't be able to heal all of it fast enough, but it's pretty insane. Now, for her equips, like I said earlier, we're not going to do physical, but we are going to do the other three. Starting off with the healing, the support, and then the defense. Secondary defense, you know. So, let's get into this. Alright. First off, we're going to do the Holy Shield of Wings. Mainly just for this part, of course. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, it's very nice, you know. Yeah, it'll take a bit, but it's pretty good for a unit that might not have enough defense. Yeah. It's alright, it's alright. Now for status element removal and a bit of healing. Good old Grimoire Shinra Bansho. You know, I use this every now and then. Yeah. Only the downside doesn't clear disease, so that's a downside. You might need one of those cups or whatever. Get that disease off. Or being cleanser. Anyhow, another one, yeah. Except this is heal as a right away 1800 instead of 100 per second. And then it's just right off the gate. I still picked the Grimoire over this. Of course, another one, Relic Brachium. Of course, this is like iffy, so you don't really want to have your units die. But it does increase everybody's arts gauge by 20. And increase everybody's damage inflicted by 10%. For 20 seconds, well, it's a bit meh because of this huge cooltime speed. Yes, we're not doing that. And then for her mono dark team, of course, good old Abyssal Sands. Some more Argent, or not Argent, healings. Some stuff, yeah. Ultra Relics are free to play whether you like it or not. You don't need to keep farming them, you just need to get at least one of them and clear the missions. You can get carried. It's not that hard, as long as you try. And don't summon for these. You could get them through free to play. Do not summon for them. It's a horrible idea. Save your out. Some other summons. Ultra Relic Empty Heart. 60-second cooldown. However, it gives a good old heal allies by 30% and increase everybody's arts by 1 for 20 seconds. So that's 60% healing and 20 arts over 20 seconds and a 40-second window of not using this. Also starting of quest increases the unit's arts gauge by 15 and yada 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 throughout the breaks. Ultra Relic Brachium, also useful. For 50-second cooldown, increases all allies' arts gauge by 10, and increasing everybody's health 700 for 10 seconds. That's 7,000 throughout the whole time. And then a little niche, heal recovery, physical damage stuff, you know. Oh, that's Puzzle 101, but you get the gist of that. Now, for her support, the third slot, Kaon is always a nice one for some break if you're trying to break, you know, good old break that gives you like 20 arts at that time. Good old Burn Book Aguni for increasing skill speed by a lot. You know. Little niche thing. You use it every now and then. Then good old reliable Arc Ignite. You know, increase the skill CT speed by 10% as a passive. Every 15 seconds, 10 arts. You know. And then Fire Root Boots Rebellion. I guess just in case you do get diseased, you just use this, give everybody stats by 10% for 15 seconds. Just a little niche 10% for a little bit of healing and stuff, you know. For the secondary third slot, good old Rogue Michael for light damage. Good old Phantom Night Shield for magic damage. And good old Phantom Mask for dark damage. Of course, for nuking, yes, I said I'm good nuking, but this is a general unit, so. Or water elemental stuff, you know, that too, but mainly for the increase in attack for everybody. And then for her mono dark team, Raven Black headpiece. Yeah, everyone allies. The allies damage reduction by 20%. Not bad, but that's gotta be it for Summer Celia. Very good, and had to say, she's, if you summon for her, it's not too bad. Not too bad, actually. I don't know any dark units that are in the game that actually perform really well as a healer. But she does other stuff too. She's doing 3 stuff. If you didn't listen. Being nuke support. Well, I guess both of these, yeah, right? But mainly the true arts. Yeah. Being a healer. Again, healer. I say is, healing. Like big heals, yeah, you know. And then being a DPS, you know, just DPS, inflicting status limits. You know, this big old thing right here. A little bit of accuracy, you know. And not to mention her true weapon giving some more ability for damage. A little 30% damage increase for that too, yeah. So that is Summer Celia. And this review is over. Gotta say, I am not disappointed in this release. And look to you all that summoned on the banner. Zumrio is out.